Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Right, it is just me at home with two furs this time, both of them fast asleep under the table here. So thank you for joining me. Entertainment only. So if you hear my guides yapping, please put it in the comments section. Because quite a few of you go, did I hear something at this time? And it's nice for you guys to, because I hear them in here, but quite often you guys will hear them down the microphone. Okay, yeah, I was supposed to be on a collab with Laurie today. Laurie from The Way of Positive Change. She's not well. Please send her surround her in light and send her some healing energy. She's got a bad dose of whatever it is that seems to be going around at the moment. Okay, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is what on earth is going on in Madagascar. Madagascar, you might ask. I don't know anything that's going on in Madagascar. Well, Madagascar's in the throes of a coup at the moment. Madagascar was a colony of France, welcome to the colonial days, gained independence in 1960. It's had a few coups since then as certain individuals tried to take control. With a lot of these very fresh countries, there appears to be, allegedly, quite an element of corruption as certain individuals try to make personal gains out of trying to rebuild a country. So what is happening in Madagascar at the moment? Well, I gather the military have taken over and the president, Andre Rajoelina, has fled. He was elected um, democratically to the position in 2018. But there are accusations by a lot of the populace. Generation Z seems to be leading the charge. Generation Z is if I say the hero generation, they are the leadership generation that is coming through. They are the same, if you know the fourth turning, they are the same equivalent generation as those that were the parents of the boomer generation, the ones that were taking up leadership roles, not the Churchill ones, but the lower leadership roles, the coming through leadership roles. Let me put it that way: the coming through leadership roles in World War II. Sorry, that took me a while to get there. So the four generations. You've got the hero generation. You've got followed by the prophet generation. Followed by the is it the prophet generation, followed by the nomad? Is it? Oh gosh, I get it all confused. There's artists in there somewhere, and there's prophets in there somewhere, and there's heroes in there somewhere, and it just cycles around and around and around. Anyhow, let me get back on track. Sorry about my squirrel moment where I absolutely butchered it. That was a bit of a roadkill squirrel there. So anyhow, Generation Z is leading the uprising. Now, Madagascar, I believe, is, from what I've read, is abundant in natural resources, but 75% of the population live below the poverty line. There have been really severe power and water shortages and blackouts. There was what's triggered this uprising, this coup in Madagascar, is apparently a couple of politicians were trying to organise a protest and they were arrested. And it's sound familiar? Is what's going on potentially in the could link to in the United States. Anyhow, so there is allegations of cronyism, which basically is jobs for the boys and jobs for the kids, and keeping the money in the family, and rampant corruption. amongst the president, a couple of his officials, and businessmen in Madagascar. There's just the usual story. Okay, so I just want to have a look. How's this going to go for Madagascar? Um, I'm getting that this is actually shades of what's going to happen in the United States. So the president, a couple of his cronyism officials, and several businessmen have fled the country. So, have fled the country. The plan to go overseas in the face of the uprising with this abject poverty, and we've got abject poverty opposed to those that were doing very nicely. Thank you very much. Let me put this little bit in my pocket. Oligarchs. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. Information was leaked about what was going on, and it's just turned into a nightmare situation. The deck I'm using, the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, so I just, got all the cards out of it. Doesn't hurt to double check. Sometimes they get, one or two get stuck. But let's have a look. What is... Show me what's coming down the pike for Madagascar. Well, we've got the voters here. This is my democracy card, the voters. Something being potentially brought to an end and trying to keep a lid on it. So, okay, thank you. What they're telling me is that the government tried to keep a lid on the unity of the people coming together to protest. But the people have come together and protested, pretty much. So that's what's happening at the moment. There was an attempt to smother protests. There was an attempt to prevent them from happening. And it's pretty much exploded. Okay. Hope the regime in the United States is watching to see how it turns out if you try and prevent the people. So how are things going to go for Madagascar going forward? Abundant natural resources, including beautiful part of the world, but 75% live in poverty. This card's popped out again. The Queen of Cups trying to keep a lid on the conversations about the money, who's getting the money, rejecting the official story in regards to the legislators. And it's a new beginning. The young people taking action into their own hands because they know in Madagascar there is enough for all. The nurturing, this is the abundance card. So this, and young people rising up with their truth. And then we've got the Queen of Swords here. Is there a female leader over there who is in government that will take the reins? Yeah, full exposure of the cronyism in the past, the corruption, the gifts being given in the past. Things are going to be revealed, and it's going to be quite uncomfortable to witness, is what I'm getting. I'm getting the word uncomfortable to witness, as in the level of corruption is going to be uncomfortable to stomach, to come to terms with. Okay, let's have a look. Not quite sure how the Orange Twerp has managed to double his net worth from 3 billion to 7 billion in 9 months on a salary of 400,000 a year or whatever the president gets. Yeah, there's a you want to talk about corruption, yeah, there's a lot happening there as well. But on Madagascar, show me the progress of what is happening in Madagascar. Show me the progress. This is very much a symptom of worldwide, this change coming where the people are just not putting up with it anymore. They're saying, hell no, come on down. Hell no to being ripped off, stolen from. Okay, the progress. Right, they were disappointed in what the government line, basically. Disappointment in what was being offered. It was almost like, well, 75%, 3/4, 3 out of 4 cups were living below the poverty level. And you've got the 1 cup, the 25% who were above it, trying to tell them it was okay. And they were not accepting it. They were not accepting the line. Okay, see where this goes. And here is the unity of the people coming together. So that was the challenge, was the unity of the people coming together, the voters, bringing with them their big stick, their big message. It's not a plan. We haven't got a plan yet. It's a big message. I mean, the plan might have been to throw the government out, but this is a really forceful, powerful message that they're bringing here. It is the youth that are bringing this message, the Gen Z, the millennials, if you like to call them. I think the Gen Z is the millennials, isn't it? Or is that the Gen Y? The Gen Z. Let me get my facts straight. I'm going to pause you and have a look. Hang on. Right, this old timers. Gen Z comes after the millennials. So the millennials are up to 1996 and Gen Z's from 97 on to, I think, 2012. So, yeah, it is the young people, the Gen Z, that are bringing this message forward. They want better. They are demanding better. Right, we've got the King of Cups, the emotionally mature diplomat, negotiator. I'm assuming Andre Rajolin wasn't a water sign, but I'm not sure. The energy over it is this King of Cups. I think this is one of the 2 politicians that were organising, and there's a woman there as well. Okay. The immediate future, the King of Pentacles. Don't know if I like this one. He is the representative of the cronyism, corruption individuals in the immediate future. But how's this going to turn out for them? That we're in government, because externally we've got the government. Internally we've got the people coming together, the young people coming together. Hopes and fears. So the 3 cups here, this might be, okay, thank you. Yeah, they're telling me that these 3 cups are these 3 cups here. Those in government that were making good money through potentially not above board means have found themselves in this disappointing situation. There are 2 cups still standing. Might find that a lot of the money has been taken out of the country. Yeah, it is time. It is time on a worldwide basis for abundance and nurturing and protection for all. And the secrets about what went on are going to be exposed. There's going to be no denying of it. And there's the Queen of Swords. Justice is going to be brought for the leaders. And they're fleeing. They've fled the country. And the military has taken over for the moment. So the Chariot, the military has taken over for the moment. The money that's in left behind has been diminished. I suspect they've probably done a Marcos and sent it all out of the country before this all happened. But yeah, the resources that are left behind is diminished. There's going to be a strength in this investigation about those who indulged in this corrupt energy. They're going to face legal consequences, and this is a new journey for Madagascar. Absolutely, they're going to need some time out to formulate a plan about which way forward. But the youth here are determined to correct course. Those that were reaping from the abundance of Madagascar are going to find themselves with the Ten of Swords and their poor choices, their addiction. They're going to find them in the past. They're going to find themselves in big trouble. Stealing big money. The stealing of big money here. I do feel that the money is actually not in the country. There may be an international court. Oh, okay, thank you. I want to ask, let me ask, just do not underestimate these youth of Madagascar. This is really big. Actually, what I'm getting now, there's a reason why my attention was drawn to this, and it's to do with big money. And I'm thinking it's international money. And here's a higher authority, and I'm wondering whether what's going on in Madagascar about retrieving the money that may have been squirreled overseas by these corrupt officials and business people. Will Madagascar be able to recover? Because this, okay, I've heard this is test case on an international scale. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, it's about stealing and power and bullying, and it's going to turn into a legal nightmare for some, for those that engaged in this Five of Swords energy. So, is Madagascar going to be able to recover the stolen monies from wherever they are in the world, or at least a portion of it? Is Madagascar going to be able to recover the stolen monies? Because, when these officials steal the money and get away with it, it gives the example that, well, we can steal the money and get away with it. Okay, I had a couple of cards fly out, but let's see. Right, the World card, upside down. I put it back up the wrong way, but it's international. There's some, and justice on the bottom. I don't know that I need to go any further. I think they're going to. There's going to be an international court case in regards to this that will bring justice. Okay, let's see where it goes. Secrets being revealed. 3 major arcana straight out of the box. Secrets being revealed, the trail, which is going to lead me to my next reading about the 1.5 billion worth of suspicious transactions related to EPS. Here's this Queen of Swords, the energy that it's sitting in at the moment, legal action being brought forward about those that were involved in cronyism in the past. Strength. There is strength in this, because I'm asking about, will they get some of the money back? And the Fool card, man, major arcana's big time. This is going to be a really big international test case is what I'm getting. The Fool card, uncharted territories, new territory here, and the Ace of Swords externally. Huge. Internally, the people of Madagascar uniting together. Hopes and fears. The Knight of Swords, harsh truth being revealed, moving, the truth of this case moving really rapidly, something about this really rapidly. A lot of information coming out quickly that is going to be big stick information. It's going to be huge. And then the Knight of Cups. An offer, the nightmare situation, those that benefited from it. It's turning into a legal nightmare for those that benefited from it. They might be saying, oh, we'll give some of it back. I think they're headed with that Eight of Swords. I think they're going to find themselves in a bit of trouble there. They think that they can get away with it, but Four of Cups, they're not. On the bottom, we've got the Justice card. It's not going to be easy with the Ten of Wands, but it will bring things to an end. And then we've got the Star and the Ace of Cups. We've got this King of Cups figure again. You're in that area, let me know who it is. And bringing change for those that stole. And those that are keeping things secret are going to find themselves in the limelight. Yeah, I am just getting that whatever's going on in Madagascar, keep an eye on it because it will have worldwide implications for those that stolen money, that have trafficked, that have squirreled away, that are involved in corruption. I just, okay, that's why it caught my attention. Keep an eye on what goes on there. Again, nothing happens overly quickly, but we've got, yeah, the dark money, loss, disappointment, heartbreak, sword of truth coming, sword of truth for the people, and it's coming quickly, and it's going to reveal everything about the secrets and the stealing. Watch this space. Okay, love to you all. Take care.